Check it. Alright, y'all, what is up? You are back for another video with Data Zero. In this video, we look at AMC and GME and the S&P 500 SPY. We are going to show you guys that in this video, we are on the right track to see these things squeeze. I have had multiple confirmations and multiple predictions come true about AMC and GME. Like today with my end of day price prediction, the odds of making those types of predictions are absolutely insane. This shows you that the technical analysis is on point. Also, when GME ran up from $15, I told you guys that it was going to come up to test this macro sloping resistance, and that's what it did today. Multiple confirmations showing you guys that we are on the right track. So trust in the charts, the facts, and the data, and believe. We are closer than ever to seeing the AMC and GME squeeze, and this is only days away. So without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and hop into the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on. All right, y'all, what is up? You are back for another video with Data Zero. In this video, we're going to look at the S&P 500 SPY. We're also going to look at AMC and GME, our favorite meme stocks. And you already know my TA is on point. That's why you subscribe to this channel. It's only a shame that more people don't know about my channel, but make sure also that you're subscribed because they are channel banning and we're removing people's subscription. But today, the odds against everything, against all odds, I called the end of day price prediction. Do you guys know the odds of this? It's absolutely immaculate that I did this. This is absolutely
Today,
insane
my
that I
end
called
of day
this.
AMC price prediction is we have 150,000 shares available to borrow. Bollinger Bands constricting here on the 2-hour time frame. Confirmation breakout of the micro falling. I believe we will close at $4.63.
So you heard it there, $4.63. Let's go ahead and see where AMC closed. $4.63. As you can see, my trend that I have as well, this blue line here, bluish green line, is also tracking perfectly as well. This is why you follow this channel, because you will find technical analysis this on point nowhere else. You will find it nowhere else. Show me a channel. Show me a channel that can do it like this. Show me. You can't find it. And that's why you subscribe to this. Show your friends. Tell your family. Let everyone know the truth is here. Now, with that rant done and said, let's go ahead and hop in the charts and see what is going on. So, as you guys can see, we're going to go and check out SPY. As you guys can see, SPY basically did consolidate today. Now, it could be forming somewhat of a double top here. This could be one top. This could be the second top. If we see a large movement to the downside, I would not be surprised if we see SPY come down to about 419, 418, 420, around that range to find support and then continue moving up. The SPY could potentially be topping out and setting that bull trap that I was telling you guys, and this could be the actual top of that, and we could start to see SPY come down, or we could see SPY push up a little bit higher. I'm in the camp that I think SPY is going to push up a little bit higher, at least going to about 430, 435 before seeing major pullback and capitulation to the downside. I've showed you guys many times the market psychology, so you guys already know that the SPY is in the complacency stage. This is the stage where everyone thinks it needs to cool off before another bull rally, but that is not the case. What we're going to see is major capitulation to the downside. And I've already made videos on this, on how this could affect AMC, how the liquidity drying up could affect AMC and trigger the short squeeze, just like in 2008 when we seen Volkswagen short squeeze. When the stock market seen the most capitulation, that's when we seen a short squeeze. The same can happen with our stock. Also, the credit crisis and the bank failures as well. Any black swan could trigger this thing. We also have fundamentals improving, technicals improving for these two stocks. GME about to drop earnings on the 7th of this month. So many things going on. This is crazy. So I think that SPY is going to have some pullback. We got to really see. I really need to see at least another day or two of price action to see if we're going to get this double top and see if we see the strong pullback with this gap fill. But I would not be surprised if we come back down to this 430. Let's go ahead and check SPY and see what that is. This 423 region that I was telling you guys about, 423 region. if we come back down there and see a sharp drop down to it, then continue back to the upside, pushing back to the upside. Or we could see SPY with the RSI cool down just a little bit, start to push back up, make another double top, and then pull back to the downside. So the SPY is definitely in a topping up process. It needs to come back down, cool down, and consolidate before moving back up. So we could see one more push up for a blow off top, or we could start seeing that pull back. Let's go ahead and show you guys quickly what that would look like on the charts with a poly line, and then move on to AMC. So we could see like something like this, a push up, one more top, and then a big sharp drop down to the downside, consolidation before moving back to the upside, making a higher high. Or we could see SPY just absolutely start to tank tomorrow and see some major pullback. So we could see this thing set a basically that double top and see a sharp pullback down to this level here, consolidate, and then start moving back to the upside for that higher high. But I do think a higher high will be coming for SPY before a major capitulation on the larger time frame, before we see a larger drop to the downside after it forms this macro bear flag. So that's what I'm looking out for SPY, S&P 500. Let's go ahead and hop into GME and then hop into AMC. So as you guys can see, GME went up and tested that overall sloping macro resistance. So we can see right here is this overall sloping macro resistance here on the 2-hour time frame. You can see here on the 2-hour time frame, we went above it, and this is exactly what you want to see. So basically, anytime we move above this thing, you're going to see GME start to move parabolic. And as you guys can see, we got above it and started pushing up parabolic. We started going crazy when we got above it. Now, this wick is not something to be disappointed about. This is a sign of strength. This wick is showing us that we have the momentum to push out and break through this. This already happened before earnings, okay? So imagine when the earnings comes out and it's positive. It's going to blast through this thing, yo. I'm hype, y'all. I'm hype. I'm hype. How many of y'all are waiting for this bag too long? Guess what? You're about to get it. And I know it sounds like some shill stuff to say, but be ready to sell when the time is right. I'm going to be here for y'all, giving you guys the best price points to sell. Remember, use brackets. Use your mind. I'm not trying to lead you astray. You see how accurate my TA is. You guys know I'm telling you the truth. You feel it in your heart. You feel the passion in my videos. You know I'm telling you the truth. Use brackets, okay? Use brackets and take profit. I know many of you personally, and I'm not trying to put you down or anything like that, but I know many of you personally that when it ran up to 72, or I know you guys online or whatever we meant online, not personally, whatever you want to call it, but I know you guys that it ran up to 72 and then you didn't sell. You didn't sell when it went to 60 and all of those things. And look how long it was in that accumulation range. But if you were following me, or if I was around at the time, I just started posting around this time, you would have known that this was the complacency stage and we were going to see more downside, because I did sell 50% of my shares before we seen that downside, and then used house money to buy my shares back. And now I have what's called a risk-free position. And this is what I want for all apes. I want all apes to be in this great position, making money, because I feel like if we all make money, we will all be in a better place. Well, with that rant said and done, let's go ahead and hop into the micro for AMC and look at what we're looking, or the micro for GME, and see what we're looking at for the next couple of days. So again, GME is still in this overall uptrend marked in white. We are also retesting this bull flag. So we have the breakout of this bull flag. We also have this uptrend in white, and we are still holding this uptrend in white. It looks like tomorrow is going to be the day that we break this trend. I do not want to see this uptrend break to the downside, this white up ascending support. I want to see this hold. As you guys can see, basically what I have marked in here in the light blue polyline is what I want to see. So I'm going to go ahead and make another one just to give you guys some reference and ideas so you can see visually what I'm looking at for GME. So I want to see this white trend line hold. So what I want to see is probably a push up in the pre-market, maybe even we're going to do two scenarios for GME. So let's say we hit our head and pre-market. This is going to be a more bearish scenario. We come back down and have to consolidate for one more day before seeing the breakout of this overall macro sloping resistance. Then we see it and use support, and then earnings come. So this is Wednesday, earnings come, earnings comes out, and we just start to launch. So earnings come and we just start to absolutely take off. So that would be like a more bearish scenario, or we could see something like this. GME actually start to just start pushing up pre-market, having so much exuberance, start pushing up pre-market, maybe come back down, and then by the time earnings come, already be launching, and we see GME at like $30. The price points that we need to look at for GME, this is the time where you guys need to get ready, because this thing is about to happen. Like, I'm telling you guys, this thing is about to happen, so y'all need to be ready to sell, like, and make this bread, because this, we've been holding for so long. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm attached to these shares, so y'all need to be ready. Like, get ready mentally for this thing. This thing is coming. All right, so basically we're going to break out of this sloping resistance. So the two price points that we need to look for to break out of, the first price point that we need to break is the local high of that 25.87. So we need to break 25.87 and use it as support. And remember, every time I say break, I mean break above, use it as support, have that confirmation, and then move to the upside. So if we can do that, the next price point we need to look at is $30. If GME can get above $30, I'm telling you guys, it's gonna start going parabolic. I'm talking about 20, 30, 40, 50, 60% days movements in one day. You can believe it or not, this thing is about to happen, and this is exactly how I think it's going to play out. And watch it play out just like this. GME is going to run first. AMC is going to run after that. APE is going to start running after GME runs. And as you guys can see, BBBY is already starting to pick up steam. BBBYQ is going to run in between all of these. I think it's going to run after GME, and I think it's going to run after GME and in between AMC and APE. So once APE starts running, I think BBBYQ will start running before APE. So I can't say like an exact order, but I'm telling you guys, GME is going to run first, AMC is going to run second, APE's going to start running, BBBYQ is going to start running somewhere in between all of those. And this is exactly what we're looking at. There's probably other stocks as well in this basket. In fact, I know there's other stocks as well in this basket, but I'm only certain about these four stocks, and we are going to see a run in these four stocks. So remember, GME needs to break 25.87 is the first price point we're looking for, and then $30 is the second price point we're looking for GME to go absolutely parabolic. We're also looking at this double bottom right here. As you guys can see, we're coming all the way down from the $50 to $40 range. This is the top of the double bottom, coming all the way down to $15. One bottom, double bottom at another $15, having that strong bounce, and we're coming back into that $40 to $50 range. Shorts are going to be in such underwater position at this time, and we are going to see GME start to squeeze, especially when the fundamentals are improving, destroying the short thesis, and allowing us to move to the upside. Also, GME has 60.19% of the float locked up in computer share, 16.19% of the float locked up in computer share, and it has a much smaller float than AMC. That means it is prone to very, very large movements at any time. They used a ton of short shares available to borrow. They had many more short shares available at the beginning of the day, so they did use some to try to push GME down today. So that's what I'm looking at for GME on the short term and this week. I think this week is going to be crazy for GME stock and AMC stock. Let's go ahead and hop into AMC stock. So guys, you already know about the macro on AMC stock. We're breaking out of this macro falling wedge. We have this resistance that is no longer over our head. Every time we used to rally, this resistance was over our head, and we already broke out of it. That's the thing that GME needs to do. We have already broken out of it on AMC. Also, if you go ahead and look at the Bollinger Bands on the weekly time frame, same thing for GME, constricting very, very tight. That is telling us volatility is coming for these stocks, and these stocks are both at a relative bottom. $15 is the bottom for GME, $3 is the bottom for AMC. You can tell that this is the time to be buying, where the market psychology is said. So based off of the psychology, based off the fear and greed, see how AMC is in the fear, you can tell it is also a time to be buying based off the fear. You want to be doing the opposite of the herd. You want to buy when people are fearful and be greedy when people are fearful, and you want to be fearful when people are greedy. Always do the opposite of the herd. If you can understand psychology, you can understand stocks, because humans trade stocks. If we go ahead and look at AMC short interest, you guys can see that AMC short interest is sitting at 20.51%. and they have 150,000 shares available to borrow. Also, same thing I say all the time, FTDs are piling up, piling up, piling up. We have not seen the price movement move to the upside from this yet. It is going to happen, and when it does, it is going to be absolutely massive. We also see that cost to borrow is slightly creeping up, 64%, slowly creeping back up to 100%, putting more pressure on the shorts. And I think if cost to borrow goes past 100% this time, shorts are going to be heavily, heavily, heavily hurting. They are finding it harder and harder and harder to get shares. As you guys can see, liquidity is drying up. Volume is on a overall downtrend. Look at the volume today. Look at the volume on the weekly candle. Like, look at the volume. It is absolutely drying up. Sellers are exhausted. And once there are no more sellers left, this thing is going to start rocketing. There are no more shares. Like, this thing is ready to squeeze. Like, there's so much evidence of it. RSI being near 30 on the daily time frame, being near a 52-week low, uh, the volume on a overall downtrend. Also, we have Bollinger Bands constricting on the weekly time frame. We also have green weekly MACD. Last time we had these things line up, we had this run and this run. And look at the volume. The volume is the biggest thing. The volume is so dry. This thing is going to absolutely pump once we get a large input of volume. So that is what I'm looking at for AMC on the macro. I also want to point out that AMC's 5-day prediction on this website, this video website does give predictions based off a certain technical analysis, did move up. I do think we are going to be moving up in my personal opinion. And I also want to point out that max pain is $5 for AMC as well. I do think we're going to be printing a green weekly candle for this candle's print. So I do think we're going to have a green week this week, and I think it's actually going to be an explosive week this week. As you guys can see, I have this marked out in green. I think we have a little bit more consolidation. GME earnings comes, and then we start to blast off, start moving to the upside. The price points that we need to look for, we need to break the local high of $6.20. $6.20 is the first price point we're looking for. The same thing for $25.87 for GME. We need to break the $6.20 region for us. Then the next price point we need to look for is $8 to $12. Once AMC breaks $8 to $12, we have little support and resistance. Also, shorts are heavily underwater at that price point, and we are going to see AMC get absolutely parabolic. Again, 20-30% movements in one run in a couple hours. This thing's going to be doing crazy swings after that golden zone of $8 to $12. Let's go ahead and look at AMC on the micro, on the smaller time frame, letting you guys know what I'm looking at for AMC on the next couple of days. Again, I think GME is going to be the run that runs first, but we can see that the Bollinger Bands are consolidating for AMC. I think it's going to consolidate in this 450, 480 region, or 450, 460 region for the next couple of days, maybe the next day or two. Basically follow this blue line that I have for you guys here, making a nice rounded bottom and then start heading back up to that 620 region. What I'm really looking for again is GME to have earnings to pop off, to be well. GME start starting the squeeze, and then AMC start running after it. We have confirmation that AMC is going into an uptrend, as we do have this falling wedge. This is a bullish continuation pattern. I tell you this all the time. We're in a uptrend. That means this uptrend is going to continue. You have an uptrend, then you have your falling wedge, which is bullish continuation. That means we're going to have a higher high, breaking this high of $6.20. Basically, we're just forming this bottom, letting sellers get exhausted, letting them wear themselves out, and then running to the upside where bulls will get back into control. This is very, very bullish, and we are set up for AMC squeeze. We are just literally waiting for any catalyst, anything. Any catalyst, anything could set this thing off at this point. We are at the perfect point to squeeze as of right now, and I actually think GME is going to be the thing that kicks off the squeeze. We also have possible partnerships with Voodoo, and we have the mainstream media. If you go ahead and type in AMC stock news, you guys can see that the mainstream media, not that we trust the mainstream media, but I believe that they are trying to front run the squeeze, because they are now saying that AMC is bullish. They are saying that you should join the AMC army. They're saying all types of things like this, telltale signs of a potential short squeeze. They're telling you all these reasons why AMC is now bullish, and not that I think that they're correct, but I think that they're trying to front run the squeeze because they often want to be right. We also have massive, massive catalysts coming up with the court date, with different things like GME earnings, different black swans. All of these things could potentially set AMC off, and we are literally looking for any reason to squeeze at this point. So basically what I'm saying is AMC and GME are about to squeeze very, 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 very soon. This week is going to be insane. We're literally just waiting for GME earnings here on the 7th. Once GME earnings pops off, we will know a lot more. If there is any type of random black swan or catalyst, if AMC announces type of news, anything could set this thing off. AMC beats another earnings could set this thing off. Black swan event could set this thing off. Partnership comes out could set this thing off. Anything could set this thing off. So guys, this is basically everything I have for you. Just be patient. We are close. Get excited and get your mindset ready to sell this time, especially if you held through the last run. Make sure you make your bread this time. Also, check out my videos to see how high AMC and GME could potentially run. I have videos telling you guys realistic price targets for AMC and GME. I'll try to link them down in the description and in the cards. I can only link one or the other, but go ahead and check them out either in the playlist or in my video list. You guys can check them out, and also check out my brackets videos as well to see sell points for these stocks. Again, use brackets as these stocks start to run up. As always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.
All right, y'all, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like. You can support me by simply commenting, pressing like, or subscribing, or sharing the video. I appreciate each and every one of you that do that. Also, I appreciate each and every one of you that watches to the end of this video. If you find this information useful and you want to support me in another way, you can go ahead and join my membership. Go ahead and press join. It's only $2.99 a month. You get exclusive access to my videos, Ijimos, early access to my videos, and exclusive access to me as well from that membership. Only $2.99 a month, and you can cancel at any time. With that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you, and as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.